Hey folks, Michael McGee here. In today's video, I'm going to try to reclaim the pig ground. I should have never put pigs on this hillside. I should have known, but I did it anyway. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I reclaimed the upper side last year at this time. You probably remember. I got in there and I planted it. I sowed it without disking to try to prevent further erosion. It worked, but I had to use 3 times the seed that I should have used. This here is even steeper. The upper side that I did was pretty flat. This side's even steeper and it's got some bad washes in it. And it's just pig sick ground. You can look at it and see they've ruined it. So I'm gonna try to reclaim it and grow grass for beef. You can see that our metal fence caught a ton of dirt and saved a bunch up there. It actually kind of raised that a little bit to level it out. Down here, pigs just rooted, water just washed. I mean, it's not good. So I'm gonna disc it. I'm gonna be quite vulnerable to a downpour of rain for a while, but this time of year in March, we don't get such heavy, drastic downpours in a generally speaking. And let's hope that I can get good coverage coming up before that happens. May is generally when we start getting some storms, some true storms. So I'm gonna get in here. My bog disc was really made for this kind of an environment way more than a cornfield environment, and it's gonna work good. I'm gonna take some poles and throw down into these big ditches and try to help fill them up, and I'm gonna try to level this thing out and disc. I'm gonna disc it pretty hard. I'm gonna disc it probably both ways and in circles and every which way, while keeping in mind I'm pulling a bog disc and it only plows out. So if I don't keep that in mind, I could end up making other problems if it's possible to make this field any worse. I don't know that it is. Let's get out here and start disking. I want to get the grass in the ground. I want to get a little bit of fertilizer on it, because let's face it, if there's ever a place needed a little help, it's this place right here. And some lime. Let's do it. All right, it's going pretty good. It's cutting nicely, very nicely. So I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna work out. Obviously, it's got its challenges, but pushing the dirt over top of these logs may be helping. I just gotta touch it up. I gotta keep going. I gotta grind, and hope that I don't get stuck where I can't get out, because I've had a few issues, but not too bad. It's time to get with it. Alrighty, we've got the ground ready. It is that drag really worked great. Now, if you remember, if you watched me plant seed and use this spreader last time, this stopped working right. Well, I had several proper answers. The truth is, this pin flew out and the whole thing slid. So I've got to try to get it up and get it lined up with this hole. And I'm not exactly, did you see it? Tried to go up a little bit right there. So I'm not sure if I raise it up. Where's the hole? How are we gonna?
I think the hole is like maybe if I turn it a bit different. Only the hole is right down a bit.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. It's not exactly, I need to turn it a bit. Keep holding it, I'm gonna let go. Now we're in business. Hopefully that won't slide out. All right. Thanks for those of you that helped me figure that out. Now I got to hook it up to the tractor and go spread seed. I've got a ton of grass seed to go on here. Fertilizer and lime. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to put the pin in it. Push that arm over. Stick your pin in it. All right, we got it hooked up. Let's go get some seed in that thing. All right, let's see, all my grass. This here is my orchard grass. I better shut this if I don't want all my seed to spill out. All right, I got mostly a pasture mix blend. I just got a little extra of the orchard grass to go in it because I like it to be a little orchard grass heavy. Getting strings on a grass seed sack to come apart like that is just really nice. All right, so this has got Kentucky 31 tall fescue, ryegrass, orchard grass, red clover, ladina clover. So it's got a mixture of grasses that are good for our area and clovers. I like that. I think I'll fit another bag in there. So this makes 200 pounds of the mixed seed and 50 pounds of the pure orchard grass. It's about to go down. All right. Let's go spread this field. This field's gonna be spread thick as hair on a dog's back, and there's a reason for that. I need it to come up and cover that ground ASAP so that when these gully washers happen, it'll hold as good as possible. If it don't, you'll be the first to find out, but I hope that we get some good results. Let's get out here and get with it. If you're wondering about the field of crimson clover I planted, it's up. not only up here, but it's up in all 4 of those fields I planted in that video. Up about so big, nice little leaves starting to grow. This warm sunshine and the rain that's coming in the next day or two, it's all gonna work good. All right, look at that ground. That drag really busted them dirt clods up really nice. We are getting ready to get with it. I had just a few muddy spots right here where the pigs had watered, and that's okay. The grass can come up there in the little ditches, that's just fine. I'm excited. Look at this ground. That's nice. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna start spreading up here at the top and head straight down through there. First thing I'm gonna do is put it in gear, and it's going right away. I'm gonna pull this down to about 3, and here we go. We're spreading seed already. Let's go. Let's throw the throttle up, swing that seed a little further. All right, we're on the trail. Heading straight down the side of the mountain. I'm going to spread it even on stuff that did not necessarily get disced. And I'm going to drive right through the middle of these trees. This is the worst part of the drainage. It was already this way. It was already down in here before I bought the place 25 years ago. I'm just going to work my way through here and hope that I don't dump my seed out the back when I head up this hill. So far, so good. Get down in here and make sure I'm getting it sowed properly. Right here's where I already drove through. And I'm gonna whip it around here, around these trees, straight up the side of this mountain. It ain't a mountain, it's just a hill, folks. I'm leaving a few trees to hold the hillside for now. Eventually I may cut them off, but they ain't all bad to have. The question is the seed coming out? It sure is. You can see the seeds just plain as day. Right in there. And they look good and thick. That's a pretty good even spread right there. So I'm gonna do that over the whole thing, and then I'm just gonna crisscross and go every which way until it's done. we got that planted thick. You say you might have planted it a little thick, McGee. I planted it a lot thick on purpose. It looks like it snowed out here. I'm heading to get me some lime and fertilize now. I'm not going to spread them both at the same time. I'll probably do fertilize first. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. We're going triple 12. That should be mild enough not to burn up the little seeds. I'll pour them in real quick. I still got just a tiny bit of seed left in there, but not much. Hup, I accidentally got a bag of lime in there. I wasn't paying attention. Well, we got lime mixed with it. Not a huge deal. Pelletized lime. There's fertilize. All right, there is. I believe that's all the fertilize. That's 400 pound. 300 pound. I think it's 300 pound of fertilizer, and of course I have 50 pounds of lime in there. Let's go spread that and we'll come back and get the rest of the lime. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 600 pounds of lime, something along that line. Let's do it. All right, we're here. I'm going to engage my video. I'm going to open her up to about a 2. And here we go. Sell lime in 50-pound bags, they sell it in 40-pound bags. Why is that? I do not know. All I know is different. If anybody knows why, drop down in the comments, let me know. And know the answer is so it'll be lighter so people can handle it easier, because they sell everything else in 50-pound bags. They don't care about that. That ain't the problem. I don't know what it is. But I've got 560 pounds here that I've got to get unloaded in here now. That will flat wash away if it rains hard. I may need to go over this whole thing with a disc real lightly, barely set in, and disc it a little bit, kind of cover it. Then go over it with a packer, maybe. Pack it. All right, here's your lime. It's loaded up. Let's go spread it. All right, we're getting on into the evening a little bit. Wind's blowing really nice. That has really helped dry this out, make it work up good. I'm not going to run my disc back over it. I don't have a disc for a little light work. What I have is this cultipacker right here, and it's got probably 1.5 inch fins on it, I guess you'd call it. They're 1/4 inch thick or a little 1/2 inch wide steel, and they're sort of scalloped, and they will tear up this ground a little bit as I pack. So that's gonna be plenty. I'm gonna grab that four-wheeler, and it's very maneuverable around here, and I'm just gonna whip all over this place and see how I can get this seed sort of embedded in the ground and the fertilizer and the lime, and make it stick and not just float away if we get a big old rain. I'd like to work it over a little bit and sleep good tonight if I hear it raining. Let's do it. we're done. I can't believe how well this thing worked to get that dirt stirred up a little bit. We got the seed and the fertilizer and the lime just wiggling down and getting down in that dirt. That's what I wanted. Now it can tolerate some rain. I hope we don't get a downpour. I hope we don't get no torrential rain, because that will mess up what I just did. I've got it in as good a condition as I can do it, as I can get it right here with the equipment I've got. I think I've done pretty well. We'll find out. The only thing that would make it 100% foolproof would be to mulch it down with a little straw or hay or something. A lot easier said than done. I don't have what I need to do it with, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. This is the time of year when you get those good conditions that we need. We need very specific conditions. We need gentle rain, we need good sunshine after the rain, and we don't need it to get too hot on it. I think we can accomplish that in March. I think that's when we're gonna get it done. But if it just gets destroyed, I'll show you. If it comes out beautiful, I'll show you. But either way, it's a lot better than it was with the pigs out there rooting it and just destroying it. So I'm looking forward about this time next year having some beef on it. Maybe. We shall see. I want to put a gate up there in that solid fence at the upper side where I can rotate this pasture to the one I had them on last year. But that's in a year from now. So I'm hoping this year maybe to get a calf in this upper one and get started grazing it. Maybe. I might not. I might just mow it and let it just continue to build. I've got time. But either way, it's going to work out. But that's all I've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.